Hello, good morning to everyone. In this lecture, I would like to explain about Ampere circuit law. Okay, so in previous chapters we have discussed about Gauss law. Okay, Gauss law is useful to calculate electric field intensity for complex problems. Gauss law is useful to calculate the electric field intensity for complex problems. Similarly, in magnetostatics, the Ampere circuit law is useful to calculate magnetic field intensity. It is a H bar. Magnetic field intensity is calculated by using Ampere circuit law for the complex problems. So let us see the definition of Ampere circuit law. What is the Ampere circuit law? Magnetic field intensity around a closed path is exactly equal to the direct current enclosed by that path. So once again I am reading the statement. The magnetic field intensity around a closed path is exactly equal to the direct current enclosed by that path. So now see, to understand the statement of Ampere circuit law, let us consider a long straight conductor. This is a long straight conductor. Okay, and I am sending capital I amount of current, which is a DC current. You already know the capital letters indicates the DC current. Okay, so whenever I am sending I amount of current to this conductor, what will happen? A magnetic field is produced around this conductor, and the direction of this magnetic field is determined by using right hand thumb rule. So according to right hand thumb rule, whenever I am placing the thumb in the direction of current, your curved finger indicates the direction of magnetic field. Now see, we are going to calculate the magnetic field intensity on magnetic field line. Suppose if you want to calculate the field intensity at this point, let us consider it is a point P where you are required to calculate the field intensity. Okay, where you are required to calculate the magnetic field intensity. Okay, so to calculate the magnetic field intensity for such type of problems, we are using Ampere circuit law. I am going to use Ampere circuit law. So according to this statement, the magnetic field intensity around a closed path. So before taking the conductor or equipment, we don't know the direction of magnetic field intensity. As it is a long straight conductor, we know we are calculating the field intensity by using right hand thumb rule. For suppose if you take the complex problems like this, suppose if I have a conductor like this, so how can you calculate the magnetic field direction for this type of equipments? It's not possible. So these problems are complex problems. So such type of equipments, the magnetic field intensity is calculated by using Ampere circuit law. So according to Ampere circuit law, whenever we are considering the equipment, this is a conductor. So first of all we have to take the closed path around that equipment. So the closed path preferably should be symmetrical. Okay, symmetrical. So that's why the magnetic field intensity around a closed path. So here I am taking the conductor, and I am imagine the direction of magnetic field intensity may be this one. As it is a simple conductor, it is known. For complex problems, we have to take the closed path depending upon the equipment considered. Okay. So now see, I don't know the magnitude of magnetic field intensity at this point. So that's why I have considered the closed path in a circular one. Okay. Now see, the magnetic field intensity around a closed path. This is a closed path for this conductor. So magnetic field intensity around this closed path is exactly equal to the direct current enclosed by that path. Okay. So the meaning of this statement is the amount of magnetic field intensity around any closed path is equals to, so how much amount of current is flowing through the equipment. Magnetic field intensity is depending upon the current. So mathematically Ampere's circuit law expression is given by like this. So here it is a circular integration of. So why I am taking circular integration here? I am taking the closed path. So closed path, for closed path we have to use circular integration. Suppose if you use a straight one, here we need not to apply the circular one. Okay. Now see, circular integration of H bar, where H bar is the magnetic field intensity. Circular integration of H bar dot dl bar equals to. So now see the statement once again. Magnetic field intensity around a closed path. This is the magnetic field intensity surrounding the closed path. And it is mathematically given by the integration term. So why? Because generally the integration calculates the magnetic area. So that's why we are using integration term. And it is equals to the direct current enclosed by that path. That means how much amount of current is enclosing to this path. For this path, capital I amount of current is enclosing. That means I enclose. So this is an expression for your Ampere circuit law. This is an expression for Ampere circuit. Let us prove this Ampere circuit law. So proof of this Ampere circuit law. Proof. How can you prove? So if you want to prove any law, okay, any law, what we have to take? We have to consider one example. So let us consider the magnetic field intensity due to a long straight conductor. It is already known. So what is the magnetic field intensity due to a long straight conductor? It is H bar is equals to I by 2 pi r into A phi bar. This is the magnetic field intensity due to a long straight conductor. Now we have to prove this formula by using Ampere circuit law. So already told the beginning of our class. So whenever we are using Ampere circuit law, first of all we have to consider the closed path around surrounding the conductor. So here I am taking in step 1 I am taking this is the closed path. Okay. Now see, and the magnetic field intensity for long straight conductor, it is already calculated by using. What? Biot-Savart's law. Okay. According to Biot-Savart's law, the magnetic field intensity due to long straight conductor is I by 2 pi r. Now see here I am taking. So what is the Ampere circuit law expression here? It is I am taking right-handed term. It is circular integration of H bar dot dl bar. I am taking right-handed side term, and I am proving this right-handed term is equals to left-handed side. And see, which is equals to, what is the H bar here? H bar is equals to I by 2 pi r into A phi bar. So this is the value of H bar, and here there is a dot product between H bar and dot dl bar, and where dl bar is a small differential length on this circular path. So here dl bar is considered as r into d phi into A phi bar. Okay. So where did you got this from? It is considered from cylindrical coordinate system. Okay, now substitute that small differential length in this expression, so that it becomes r d phi into A phi bar. What is the dot product between the same unit vectors? It becomes 1. And what is the limits? 5 limits. It is from, as it is a circular one, it is from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, now consider the integration limits 0 to 2 pi, and see the dot product between same unit vectors is 1. 0 to 2 pi I by 2 pi r d phi. R cancel, and I by 2 pi is a constant one. I by 2 pi is a constant one, and take out the term outside the integration, and this which is equals to I by 25 0 to 25 0 to 25 and with respect to 1 with respect to d5. What is the integration of 1 with respect to 5? Is equals to 5 and limits are from 0 to 25. So if you substitute upper limit and lower limit, you will get I by 25 into 25 minus 0 is 25 cancel and it is equals to I. So I enclose, hence proof H bar dot DL bar. See, this is the proof of your accuracy. Thank you.